Right, I think we are live. I think we are. As always, please let me know in the chat if you can hear me and you can see me okay. And welcome to another live unboxing. This is Siege of Runedar, which I'm quite excited about. This is a Reiner Knizia game. Now, when I first got seriously into board games in the late 90s, the good Dr. Reiner Knizia was one of the most popular games designers at the time, and it's really nice 20 odd years on to see him still designing games. So this is a cooperative deck building game. It is for 1 to 4 players. It came out at Essen Spiel, and I went by the Ludenova booth to speak to them, and they said, "Yep, Paul, we like your channel. You're our favourite content creator. We absolutely no, they didn't say that. They said, "Who the heck are you?" No, they basically said, "Yeah, we'd be happy to give you a copy to cover on the channel," but they only had a few copies left, and they wanted to keep the copies that they had for selling at Essen. So basically I had to wait for the second print run, which is why I've just got it now. So yeah, here we go. Artwork by Andrew Bosley, designer Reiner Knizia. Let's have a look inside. I don't actually know that much about it, apart from when we had a look at it on the pre-Essen show. It was mentioned, and it was like, okay, yeah, this looks like it could be quite good. Now, the first thing is the box is quite big. This is a non-Kallax friendly box. Unfortunately, it is slightly too wide for a Kallax, and if you put it vertically, it's slightly too tall for a Kallax. So this does not fit in a Kallax. Yeah, which is a little bit of a problem. But anyway, the box is part of the game, which is what, oh god, it's a very strong smell, which is why it needs to be this big. So there is a whole section here on how you build it. Oh, Loki's here. You don't even give me 2 minutes, do you? Chronicles, okay, right, okay. So yeah, we're good. There you go. Let's get rid of these Ziploc bags out of the way. The squeaking noise, by the way, is Loki. He's decided to, this is the time to join me. He's been asleep all day. Now, what is that? It's sticky tape. Oh, this will be fun, right? Some construction is clearly required because you get sticky tape included with it. Let's just have a quick look at the instructions. Punch out the 13 parts of the fortress carefully and put them in the correct position as shown in the illustration. Attach each of these parts using the double-sided adhesive tape included in the game. I hope I get a Blue Peter badge for this. So yeah, it looks like this is something that you only need to do once and then it's fixed. I'm going to do one of them while we're here because we're going to open this up anyway. Right, okay, here we go. So what did it say? 13 parts of the fortress. Okay. So these will punch out, and let's put one of them in. Let's put this one in. Now, is there a right and a wrong way of doing this? I don't think there is. So basically that goes in there, and you're supposed to stick it down with double-sided tape. Okay. I'm not going to stick it down just yet, but I will do that later. So you build up the fortress with these bits, and that must go in there, and the corner bits go on there. Just makes it look a bit nicer. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to do all of them, didn't I? And yeah, I'm mostly doing all of them. Anyway, so you build that up, and we have some punchboard here with what looks like some orcs and some heroes, and then we've got some other bits wherever they go. Right, what else should we have a look at? The castle is not asymmetrical. Okay, so there is a right way. It's a good job I didn't stick it down. So these colours must mean something. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's have a look at the rulebook. So we've got 2 rulebooks. Spanish, I think it is. Scan this code if you'd learn to play by watching a tutorial. So there's a tutorial video, and right, okay, so escape the siege and get the treasure to safety by keeping the raiders at bay for long enough to dig a tunnel under the mountain. So it looks like that's what you're trying to do. You're a bunch of dwarves. The place is being sieged by orcs, and you've got to survive the siege long enough to try and escape. Looks like we've got some wooden components. So yeah, 1 to 4 players. I don't know what the weight rating is, but it's 60 to 90 minutes. Age is 10 plus. So we have setup. We have card effects. Okay, let's look at the size of the rulebook. So it's not super light game, but it doesn't look that complicated. Victory or defeat. Right, okay, so let's have a look at some of the components. let's zoom in a bit. Where are we zoomed in? We're zoomed in here. First of all, let's have a look at the cards, because there's quite a few cards included in the game. 2 different decks, 2 different sizes of cards, and we have these little tabs on the side, so I can get in more easily. Okay, so card quality. It's thick card, it's not linen finish, it's a bit shiny, but card quality is thick. Relatively simple card design. We obviously have an icon in the top right, something in the top left, something there. Not covered in text or anything else. Yeah, artwork's quite nice. If you like Andrew Bosley as an artist, I definitely like some of his games that he's done. So it looks like these are the different dwarves. And then it looks like the orcs. So the runes in the top right must mean something. Looks like we've got equipment, various types of dwarven weaponry, and other stuff, and then catapults. Okay, right, so that's those type of cards. And now we have the square cards. Let's see what these are. I'm assuming these are going to be the same quality. Has anybody in the chat played this? If you have played this game... oh, thank you, Chrissy, for explaining what Blue Peter is. Yeah, Google it. Google what a Blue Peter badge is. Yeah, if anybody in the chat has played this game, let us know what you think of it. Because I've not had a chance to play it yet. Oh, the top right is the starting deck characters. Okay, so Mark, have you played this game then? Maybe you have. Right, so cards. Again, similar quality, good thickness. There we go. Right. What else have we got? Let's have a look at the components. Let's put the camera back on. So we've got some plastic stands for the characters because they've got... are these going to punch out okay? Yeah, they punch out okay. Paul's punch test is okay. These are all right. They're not as rigid as some other ones that I've seen, but they're fine. Then you've got plastic stands. Okay, yeah, you've played this and it's real fun with the right group. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting... Even though it's a very different style of game, I'm expecting a similar experience to All Tree, which is, it is a light to medium game that's good with the right group, and nothing too heavy. And it's got a tower defence sort of system, because you've got orcs coming at you from all sides. So, nice resources, custom shapes. That's the timer going off on the oven if you can hear it. That's my reminder that I'm supposed to put dinner in the oven at this time. And I completely forgot that I was doing an unboxing video until about half an hour ago. And then I thought, oh, better get dressed. So, looks like these are silver bars. We've got some bits of wood as well. And we got some very, very big blocks. Now, from watching some of the images, I think, from what I saw, those blocks go on here, and you either cover them up or you take them off, depending on certain positions. I can't remember. I remember seeing some images about it. Oh, we got some other components. I forgot. We got some gold. Nice shiny gold pieces. They're nice. And we've got some red things. Presumably health markers. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, not much. We got some nice components here. We got some dice with different things on them, custom dice. We've got the 3 sheets of punch board, which are quite big pieces of punch board, and that's it. So yeah, I am looking forward to giving this a go at some point. I don't have anything scheduled into my calendar at the moment for it. However, it is the start of a new month, and every month I do at least one solo playthrough that my patron supporters vote on as being the game that I'm going to do a playthrough of this month. And because this has a solo mode, well, it says 1 to 4 players on the box. Is there a specific setup for solo mode? There isn't. I'm not seeing... Oh, no, there is. Solo mode. Here we go. So there's only a slight difference to solo mode printed in the rulebook. But basically, this is going to go on the list for my patron supporters to vote on which solo game am I going to play this month. I'd like to do more than one. And depending on how my workload goes this month, I might be able to fit in 2 or 3, but this is going to go up there to be voted on. And when is it going to be covered multiplayer on the channel? Again, I am influenced over what games I cover on the channel with my patron supporters. If they're all saying, Paul, we want to see you play Siege of Runedar, then I will try and get it in. My next couple of weeks are pretty full, But after that, I will hopefully have some more time free on Wednesdays and Fridays for some gaming. Can you lay the standee piece down? I can. So that is the standee piece. That is one of the orcs. Let's just get some of the other ones for you. So these will be presumably the characters, the dwarves. There's 4 of these, and there's some little goblins or orcs as well. And we got some catapults. Yeah, you need to build it first. Okay, right. Yeah, so there we go. Speaking of the Patreon supporters, it's, as I say, it's the start of a new month. We did manage to reach 800 supporters in January, so a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for funding the channel and sticking with me. But what happens is at the start of every new month, usually lose about 20 to 25 people because people's cards get declined or whatever reason. So I'm expecting my number of supporters, which is currently 802, to drop, and then we'll start the countdown to try and get to 800 again. We'll see how we get on. But yeah, big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for keeping the channel going. If you like the content that I create and you want to contribute to the channel and help me carry on making videos, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. And as I say, you can vote on, well, be part of the Slack community and have an influence over what games I'm going to be covering on the channel, and also access to some behind the scenes playthroughs, because I did 4 videos yesterday, I think, which was behind the scenes. Anyway, we're all done. I'm going to go downstairs and put the potatoes in the oven, ready for dinner tonight. And yeah, that's everything. I'll be back later in the week with some more playthroughs. Until then, take care. I'll see you next time.